Have you ever had one of those days? The kind where life feels unbearably heavy, when you wake up and the world just feels gray. Nothing seems to go your way, and every step feels like you're carrying a mountain on your back. For a young man named Ryan, those days had become his everyday life. Ryan sat alone in a small cafe, staring at a cup of untouched tea. All around him, people laughed, talked, celebrated, but inside his heart, there was only weight. He was frustrated with his job, felt misunderstood by people, tired of his responsibilities, anxious about the future, and deeply disappointed in himself. It was the kind of heaviness that makes you wonder if life will ever get better. He couldn't help but overhear a group of older men at a nearby table. One said, "If your heart feels too heavy, go to the old monk outside the village. He has a way of making your pain lighter." Another nodded. "Yes, he helped my nephew find peace when he felt lost." Ryan lifted his eyes. "Someone who can make my heart lighter." It sounded impossible, but when you're drowning, even a tiny sliver of hope feels like a lifeline. He stood up and walked toward the forest path that led to the old monk's home. The path was quiet, just the soft wind, gentle sunlight, and the sound of birdsong. It was so peaceful. Ryan wondered if he was dreaming. Then he saw him, an old monk sitting by a wide, calm lake, his face as peaceful as the still water. The monk looked up with a smile. "You seem troubled." "Young man," Ryan didn't pretend. "Sir, my heart feels heavy. Life keeps hurting me. I don't know how to deal with it anymore." The monk nodded, as if he had heard these words many times before. "Come," he said softly. "Let me show you something." The monk handed Ryan a cup of water. Then he took a small handful of salt and dropped it into the cup. The clear water immediately turned cloudy. The monk handed it to Ryan. "Drink." Ryan took a sip and instantly spit it out. "It's so bitter." "Yuck!" he shouted. The monk smiled. "Now follow me." They walked to the edge of the lake. The monk threw the same amount of salt into the lake. The water rippled for a moment, then became calm again. He turned to Ryan. "Now drink from the lake." Ryan hesitated, then cupped his hands and drank. The water was fresh, cool, and pleasant. The monk looked into his eyes and asked, "Do you taste the bitterness now?" Ryan shook his head. "No, not at all." The monk smiled gently. The amount of salt was the same, but the bitterness you tasted depended on the container. He placed a hand over Ryan's heart. "This cup is your heart when it is small, tight, and filled with fear. Even a small problem can make life taste bitter." He pointed at the lake. "And this lake is your heart when it grows with understanding, patience, and gratitude. Even big problems cannot make your life bitter." Ryan felt the lesson sink deep inside him. The monk continued, "You think your pain is too big, but the truth is, your heart has become too small to hold it." Ryan looked down. Maybe his problem wasn't the world. Maybe the real problem was how little space his heart had left. The monk's voice softened. "Life will always give you some salt, pain, disappointment, stress, loss. You cannot avoid them. No one can, but you choose whether your heart becomes a tiny cup or a vast, peaceful lake." Ryan's eyes grew warm with tears. The monk invited Ryan to sit by the lake. "Tell me," he said, "what are you grateful for?" Ryan frowned. "Grateful? I don't feel grateful for anything." The monk smiled patiently. "Try. Even small things." Ryan took a breath. I suppose I'm grateful for my parents, for their support." The monk nodded. "Good. What else?" Ryan hesitated. "I'm grateful that I have a place to sleep, food to eat, friends who care about me." The monk closed his eyes peacefully. "Do you feel your heart changing?" Ryan paused. He did feel something, a slight warmth, a loosening inside his chest. The monk continued, "Gratitude does not erase pain. It widens the heart so pain no longer controls you. You cannot stop the storms of life, but you can grow roots deep enough to stay standing when the winds blow. As the sun began to set, casting a golden light across the lake, the monk said softly, "A thankful heart is a peaceful heart. A peaceful heart is a strong heart, and a strong heart can hold all the pain of life without being broken." Ryan felt tears fall, not from sadness, but from release. For the first time in years, his heart felt opened. He whispered, "Thank you for teaching me to be a lake." The monk placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Whenever life feels bitter, don't blame the salt. Expand your heart. You cannot control how much salt life gives you. You cannot control every disappointment or every loss, but you can control the size of your heart. Every moment you choose gratitude, your heart becomes wider. Every time you choose understanding, it becomes deeper. Every time you choose patience, it becomes calmer. And slowly, the bitterness dissolves, like salt in a lake. Remember, pain is constant, but bitterness is optional. Choose to expand your heart. Choose peace. Choose gratitude, because a thankful heart is the quietest, strongest, and most beautiful place a person can live in. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more content that nurtures the soul.